Hey beauty babes, I'm Racquelle and this is Perfected Beauty, and in today's video I show you how I trim my natural hair at home. If you haven't already seen my basically hair trimming horror story from when I went to a professional for the first time ever and asked them to trim my hair and then I came out with a TWA, I will link that video for you to watch below. Since that video, I've been trimming my hair at home. It's been going well for me. I take off just how much I need taken off so that my hair can continue to grow, continue to flourish, and that's what I'm doing for you guys in this video. Let's jump into the trim. Okay, so basically the things that are important to me when I'm trimming my hair: 1, I need to have clean hair. 2, it needs to be moisturized. And 3, it needs to be done in sections. That's all I care about. And 4, take off as little as possible because girl, I'm trying to grow this hair. So it is cleaned, it is conditioned, it is detangled. Now I'm going to go ahead and start moisturizing it. The first thing I'm gonna use is this Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Style Milk. This is my jam. I love this. My hair loves this. So I'm gonna put this in first. And then I'm gonna follow that up with this Garnier Fructis Style Curl Jelly. Okay, there's a whole lot on here as far as the title is concerned, but it's a jelly. It's a shaping jelly. And basically, I was in the store. I've never tried this before, but I was in the store. I touched it. It feels nice and wet, nice and goopy. So I figured I'll put this on and then I'll seal it in with my Curl Enhancing Smoothie by Shea Moisture because I just want my hair to be juicy and dripping and like soaking wet to give it every chance possible for any curls that will to revert back. Because what I'm gonna do is basically after I have it all moisturized and sectioned off, I'm gonna look at the ends here, and whatever just refuses to like curl back up and be cute, like I'll wrap it around my finger, do some stuff, any of that that's just scraggly and just completely dead at the end, I'm gonna cut it off. But because of that, I want to give it as much chance as possible, put as much moisture into that bad boy as I can so that it will revert back if it's going to. So that's pretty much it. I cleanse my hair, I moisturize my hair, detangle it, and then section it off and then just go through and clip off what I feel like needs to be clipped off. I'm not really concerned about it being even because I just don't put heat to my hair. I know that a lot of naturals hair can take heat and it's fine. My hair is not that type of hair, okay? I cannot put heat on this hair at all because it just doesn't revert back. My hair does not like it. It's very fine, it's very gentle, it's very delicate. I just have to treat it with love and kindness, and in doing that I just avoid heat at all costs. So currently I'm putting in the Shea Moisture leave-in conditioner. I'm gonna be so generous with all of these products. The only thing is I don't know how this Garnier jelly is gonna mix with everything else. So here's hoping that it goes in and it does well with it because like I said, this is my first time trying it, but I just know that I want my hair to have so much moisture. I know that these jelly products do 0 things, like literally nothing for me as far as styling my hair, at least last time I checked. It's just not heavy enough for my hair, this type of product, but as you can see, my curls are already starting to like just take in that moisture. But this jelly I think is really doing a good job. It's so slippery, just feels so moisturized, and now you can see at the ends some of the bits that are just helpless. Which is fine because, you know, it's a trimming video. I know it needs to be trimmed. It's totally fine. Not freaking out at all. And now I'm going on top of that with this Curl Enhancing Smoothie. And my hair is in heaven. My hair literally hasn't had this much moisture and I couldn't tell you how long. Like, just look at the difference. This is my hair with nothing but a little leftover conditioner, and this is it with all that leave-in. So I'm just gonna go through and moisturize all of my hair that same way before I section it off into twists. So first up is the Curl Milk, Styling Milk, the leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture. Put that bad boy on. Next up is the jelly by Garnier. I'm gonna use a little bit less. And then last up, I'm gonna be using that Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie. moisturized and juicy and, you know, white. The hair is definitely white, but we're not styling just yet. We're just getting prepped to trim. And what I can say is that my hair feels amazing. Moving on, my hair is now cleansed and moisturized. It's sectioned. I'm gonna go in with my knockoff Denman brush and just go through it, make those sections smaller, number one, and also detangle it even more, because before I was just pretty much doing finger detangling to make sure that every curl has a good shot at staying. So I'm just gonna gather up all of these twists, work on this one to start. Just gonna take that down. It still feels amazing and even looks great. And now I'm going to use this brush, start at the ends, and just detangle it even more, which should be really easy, which it's turning out to be really easy because it's already pretty much detangled. And as I'm doing this, I'm kind of looking at my ends here in the mirror just to see where I know I'm probably gonna have to cut off. And then I'm gonna split this section in half. And maybe I'll just go ahead and trim it now. One thing about my hair, especially when it comes to trimming it, is I can tell by the way that it feels what needs to come off. So this is coming up here because I'm doing this in half. So my hair is pretty soft to the touch and very fine most of the time or on a regular basis. So when I can feel that it's starting to get a little rough to the touch and it just doesn't feel like my hair usually does, then I know that's what I need to trim off. So I split that one large twist in half. I'm working with half of that now. I'm just gonna go through it with this brush, this detangling brush, and gather down to the ends. And once I can feel the texture change, which is right about here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my hair shears, which I got at Sally's, and snip it right off. And now the ends of my hair feel wonderful, and you can see as soon as I cut it how they just curl right up and look lovely. And that's because now those are healthy ends. So I took off about that much in length, which is that an inch? Yeah, I took off about an inch. But it's not even really a full inch because, like I said, I'm not too concerned about it being even. So it's not like a straight across an inch all the way from top to bottom. And also because it's dead ends, you know, it's a little frayed. But that's pretty much how I do it. My hair already feels amazing. Like, it feels so good, this little section. So now I'm gonna brush through it again. Now that everything is nice and healthy, just go down, make sure I like the way it feels, which I do, and then I'm gonna twist that section up. Like, look at how beautiful that end looks now. It just looks so bouncy. It's really a simple process. It's an easy process. I do kind of get a little stressed out about it every single time I have to do it, I'm not gonna lie, but this is much better than ending up like I did in my video, which I'll link up in the eye, when I went for a trim and literally came out bald. Like, homegirl took all my hair off. So I'm gonna do this section again. But before I do this section, I'm gonna brush through this and twist it really quick so you can see the difference in the ends. Because you could also trim your hair in a twisted state. I don't really like to do that because I feel like I can just get a better feel for what needs to come off when it's free. But, you know, it just kind of depends on where I'm at, how I'm feeling about that trim, because sometimes I'll just twist it all up and then just snip off the ends. So you can see the difference between this end, which you can see starts to get a little or a lot fine down towards the bottom of it. It just looks a little ratty. It's not really bounced up, versus this end, which is the one I just clipped. This one still needs to be trimmed. This one was just clipped, and they just look vastly different. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim this one now. And then you can see, now that I trimmed it, how it looks much more similar to that twist. So that is pretty much my process. Like I said, it's not like rocket science. It's not a super difficult thing to do. It is something that I like to take my time with. And one of the benefits of doing it myself is that I know what I'm comfortable with cutting off and what I'm not comfortable with cutting off. Whereas if you go to a salon, they're gonna cut off whatever they see fit and you don't have a say in it. So I just like to do it myself, do it at home, and then I'm in control of how my hair comes out. So I'm gonna do this section next. I'm gonna start with this detangling brush, just detangle the whole section. Now that the section is detangled, I'm gonna separate it into half. I'm gonna put this top half up and give this one a trim. One of the things that I love about this detangling brush is that the like rubber backing here helps to really smooth the hair. So it just aids even more in being able to tell by touching what bit of my hair needs to go. So all of this is nice and smooth and slippery until I get down to the ends, and then I can feel where it needs to be trimmed. And then after I trim off that bit, go ahead and twist it up and move right along. So that is really it on how I trim my hair. There is no like exact science to it as far as I'm concerned with trimming your natural hair. Just trim off what clearly needs to go. Like if you feel like you need a trim because your ends are looking ratty or your ends are feeling rough, then you probably do. So trim off what it is that you feel like needs to go, and start a little at a time, guys, a little at a time. You cannot put the hair back on, but you can always trim off a little more. So I like to start with a little teeny bit, and then I'll go a little bit more if I need to, and then maybe a little bit more if I need to, and that's how you can do it. It'll take you probably, or certainly a lot longer than it would for a professional to do, but you will have the results that you are happy with because you're gonna be doing it until you are happy. And you know, worst case scenario, if you come out with a little TWA when you started off with long, luscious, curly locks, then at least you can't blame anyone but yourself, you know? Alright guys, so that is how I trim my natural hair at home. I hope that video was helpful to you guys. There are so many videos on YouTube about how to do it. This is just the way that I personally like to do it. Only take off as much as you're comfortable taking off, and if you notice that you didn't take off enough, go back, retrim it. That's the beauty of doing it at home, is that you can keep going until you get it right. Don't be afraid, guys. Go out and get yourself some hair shears, because these are from Sally's. They're specifically for hair, and they make the process that much simpler. I'm so happy with how my trim turned out. My curls just look so much healthier, and I love them. They are luscious and moisturized. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you guys. If it was, don't forget to hit that like button if you liked it. Share this video with a friend. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the description box below if you have any questions that I didn't answer. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.